Happe, and I'm recovering from a cardiac arrest and a stroke, and this is my story. I had been staying actually with my daughter and grandchildren, and I think he had been traveling. I think she'd been traveling, and so I was staying at the house for the weekend, and they got home on Sunday. I had been having a little heartburn and really not thinking it was anything serious. And then suddenly I went into cardiac arrest.
We knew something was happening, we just didn't know exactly to what extent. I called the squad, and they were at my house within 5 minutes. They gave her a couple of tests and said they thought she was having a heart attack, and they decided to take us to St. Luke's. It is the closest hospital. Everything was going pretty okay. We got here quickly, but when we pulled into the hospital parking lot, apparently she went into arrest, so her heart stopped. I was coming around the side of the ambulance. They let me ride, and she had a seizure. It was very apparent that things turned critical in an instant, and it was pretty shocking. And they were able to get her in. All I saw was that somebody kind of climbed on top of her as she was going into the ER, and they started chest compressions right away. At that point, Dr. Alexander was the cardiologist, came on down and had just said that she needed emergency surgery, that they were going to need to go in and explore what was happening. They thought that she had probably some kind of blockage, and they needed to go in and take care of that. So at that point, they whisked her away. They were able to unblock. There was a full blockage in one of her back arteries, and they were able to unblock that and put a stent in. They were very clear that it was incredibly critical, and that we were all just hoping that everything was going to be okay. I knew that night she actually looked at me, and I could see that she was in there, and so we knew it was going to be a long road. We just didn't know exactly what that was going to look like, but I knew she was in there, and that was very, very. Yeah, it was a miracle, and we all kind of understood that, that was a pretty big thing to go through.
They really were very supportive. They went out of their way so often to support my family through this process. I was unconscious. I wasn't the one who was going through the trauma. My family was who was going through the trauma at the time, and so I really am grateful to the staff here at the hospital for taking such good care of them.